Hello guys, my name is Anton. I'm from Algarve Trail Riding Tours. I'm here with a GPS mount bracket specifically designed for the Montana range, and I want to fit this onto my Sherco. Now this is a 2016 300 SEr, so it's the racing model, and I do believe these particular ones have a slightly different dimension for their handlebar measurements. And what I've discovered in trying to find somewhere selling a mount for the Montana, it's actually quite tricky for the Sherco to buy one off the shelf that goes directly onto the Sherco. For the Montana, you can buy them quite easily for the E-Trex 10 and E-Trex 30, but I actually want to use my Montana specifically to build some routes and use some maps to get a bit of better identification of where I'm riding. And so for a while I've been struggling to find anything. So what I've found is this company here in Portugal, a company called F2R or H3D. I think it's two guys that work together from what I've been told. Now they have a GPS plate that you can mount direct to the handlebars, and they generally do it for the KTM and the Yamaha. But what I discovered in looking at their dimensions is that the one for the Yamaha is almost identical to the one for the 300 SEr. So here's the base plate. I've offered it up and measured it on the bike already, and it's so close, it's so very close. All I had to do was basically file one corner on one side, and now it fits. So I'm going to stick everything together and show you how it's fitted onto the bike and see if it's going to work. So this is a very quick video, and I hope you guys on the Shercos will find it helpful. If you want to use the Montana, if you're going to stay with the E-Trex, okay, fine. There are many more options. But let's have a look. Let's see how it all goes together, okay? Now, before I go ahead and actually mount this onto the handlebars, you actually need to fix the cradle for the GPS, so that's that piece here, onto the frame. As you can see, the frame has got a slight raise to it. This side is higher, and they give you two slightly thicker rubber washers to mount it as well, and that's to enable the inbuilt antenna on the GPS to be a little bit more vertical or towards the sky, so that it gets a better signal from the satellites. But it's pretty straightforward. There's 4 screws straight through onto the frame, tied off on the other side, tightened up on the other side, sorry. Now this is actually a very old cradle that I have for the Montana, and it's actually broken here at the top. The quick release system is broken, but it still functions, so I'm happy to use this one. I'll be buying another cradle tonight to go onto my other bikes. Now this is my own personal bike, the Sherco. It's my 2-stroke. I use it for the harder stuff that I tend to ride with my clients for the trail riding holidays and tours. That's exactly what we do. I'm a bit of an old fart, really. I'm an old bugger. So we do trail riding. I use the SWM and the AJP bikes, of which I have 5 bikes in total. But yeah, I'm using my bike to go and have some fun and ride some tough locations. So that's it pretty much mounted. Now it's just got to go onto the bars. As you can see, I've opened up this side of the hole just a little bit, and this one as well, and there is enough flexibility in the frame that actually you can, just by squeezing it, get a little bit of movement. So I've literally spent 1 minute with the file to open up these holes, and I'm hoping now it will go straight onto the handlebars. So let's have a look. Okay guys, that's it mounted. I didn't move the handlebars, they were still tight in their original location, so I didn't have to move them. So I gently just put the 4 screws back in, tightened everything down. Now you don't need extra screws, the original ones are absolutely fine. The thickness of the plate is around about 2 millimeters, and there's plenty of bite on those screws. There's absolutely no problem whatsoever. So that's it, fixed into position. Just going to actually mount the Montana onto that now, and then hopefully it'll be ready for tomorrow. I'm hoping to ride this bike tomorrow. So there we are, there's the Montana mounted. Pretty straightforward. Literally took about 15 minutes to do everything, including the filing. It's taken me a wee bit longer because I've made this video, but 25 minutes maybe at the most. But it's about a 15-minute job, so pretty straightforward. So if you don't know the name, F2R, they are a rally equipment company based here in Portugal. They provide a lot of the roadbooks and the equipment that goes along with the roadbooks, and they have mounting equipment for GPS, as well as the trip meters and everything that you get with a rally bike. And that's how I came across the website when I was looking for a GPS mount. I typed GPS mount, Garmin, Montana, handlebars, and this popped up. So if you're in the market for a metal GPS mount onto your handlebars, I am super chuffed because I've been looking and looking and looking, and finally I have something. So this is a Yamaha one, bear that in mind if you order it. My bike is the R model. I don't know how it would be for the F. You'd have to do your own, the factory version on the Sherco. You'd have to do your own research, but definitely on the R, this one works. Okay guys, thanks very much indeed. Have a good day.